Hi. You keep looking at your
Hello.
phone. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Citizen Talk, and we have a lot to talk about this week. I mean, it has been a nightmare for a lot of people within the verse. Not so much myself, and not so much anyone in the org, from what I've understood. I am your host, Steve Tactics, along with my co-host, Mr. Blue Knight. And
Hello.
we are discussing, once I fix your name, because, hey, did I spell that right? BKGHT. And there's an N in there, isn't there?
BKNGHT.
Mr. Blue Knight. But yeah, so I've been keeping my ear to the ground the last week or so since our last podcast, and it's holy crap. Needless to say, you can find me over on twitch.tv/The Evil Tactics. Mr. B Knight is twitch.tv/Mr. B Knight, as you see sit up on the screen. We both vary in experience in Star Citizen. For those of you that are joining us for the very first time, I have about 10 years on and off in Star Citizen, and Knight has about, 6 months now? Coming up on 6 months?
5 months.
5 months, yeah. Be 6 months later this month.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so we both vary on different experience and about the same gameplay style. You know, we enjoy our dog fighting, we enjoy our cargo hauling, our bounty missions, and running massive cargo runs. So, well, on par there. Yeah, this episode's going to be interesting, Knight. From what I've been watching and seeing on everything, it's been a touchy week.
It really has. And I'm actually curious, based on some of the input that I've seen from the org and YouTube. I don't know if some of the exploits and cheats that they've been coming out with recently have been like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, before like the most recent update when they fixed the duping problem.
Yeah.
Or if it's been happening in the last couple of days. I'm not entirely sure. But thankfully, like you, I have not run into any issues quite yet. I may have been in caps randomly at some point. If I was because of a hacker, I wasn't aware. But as a precaution, I have swapped out my armor that I worked many hours trying to get. I did get the Wicklow.
It's the Navy armor, isn't it?
The Navy armor, yeah, the cobalt camo, the digital camo one. And it took me forever trying to get the core piece, and that was a real struggle. It got many hours going down to half stations, trying to find the unification medal.
Yeah, that one was a tough one.
I knew about the duping one because we've run into a few people in the into the stations where they're literally sitting there just printing like Janolite right in the middle of freaking Grimhex, or dropping things all over the place. So that was an interesting sight to see. But yeah,
it's been. I said I've been following it on Facebook, Reddit, Spectrum, even YouTube videos, and it's just completely gone out of hand. Now, the duping, I will say, I have never seen CIG patch something so quick ever in the development of this game. I mean, 10 plus years of following this game, of playing it, and they've never patched anything that rapidly. I was actually, and I really hope they don't do this, but they have stated in the past that when situations like this arise, they might do full wipes So I'm really hoping they don't go to those extremes. I'm hoping that the people that they banned are actually permanent banned, which I did ask on Spectrum today for one of the CIG people to clarify this. Are they permanent banned via email, or are they permanent banned via their MAC address or some system hardware? You know how Steam can do, because the VAC bans can be done either via your MAC address, which, you know, for me would screw me because then I'd have to go get a new modem from my internet provider to circumvent that MAC address. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get a response. Maybe I won't. A lot of people have been crying about their actual full accounts being hacked. Email addresses being changed, hangers being wiped out, everything melted down. And I am seeing a few people out there, someone on Facebook, out of the 2 Star Citizen groups that I'm in, was asking the question is, why was I banned? You know, yada, you know, and he's trying to sell off what he has. I'm like, well, if you're banned, you probably don't have access to your hanger or your account online. But this guy was only banned from Spectrum, which means you're a toxic little troll. Because if they're going to ban you from the actual game, that's different. That means you're actually exploiting and you're actually cheating.
Yeah.
But I would recommend that anyone out there who has RSI, you know, put the 2-factor authentication on your account. It will help. It doesn't necessarily stop hackers and, you know, people from breaching your accounts, but it will help. It is a stepping stone that they have to get past to breach your account. So make sure you have 2-factor authentication on. And then also double check your email address passwords. Because this is insane. But yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy week. A lot of other podcasters and content creators are talking about it. I mean, I'm glad they answered it, which is one thing we will go over here in a couple minutes. But yeah, I mean, luckily we haven't been what is it? Prey to it yet. You know, we haven't fallen prey to it. So we've been lucky. Other than that, how's your week been? How's work?
Oh, work is work. What day is it? Today's Wednesday. Right?
Wednesday. Hump day.
Yeah, first couple of days been productive. I work for a casino, so I've been working on training materials, and I've got new hires coming through this week, so we're doing a lot of onboarding and just training. That's my job, is training. Yeah. Almost the exact same thing I do in the org, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, welcome. Get your butt over here. We got to do some onboarding and other things, but you know, well, that's good. You know, quiet week though for the most part.
Yep, very, very quiet.
Can't ask for more than that.
No major complaints.
There you go. I mean, as long as you're not having any of those issues and whatnot, that's good. So in regards to hacking, for those of you who either watch this after it goes out onto the platforms, which right now it's only on Apple and Spotify, we're going to go over CIG's response. And the response we were waiting all weekend and week for. And then we'll dive back into what we think might have alluded to some of this problem. Again, all this is pure speculation on our ends. We do not know. We do not work for CIG. I would love a payroll, but don't work for them. So
that'd be excellent.
It would be fun to be able to be behind the scenes of making a game. So on my screen here, as you guys can see, I have the update on cheating and exploiting that CIG responded yesterday afternoon. And what they said is, "Hi everyone, we observed a recent increase in exploits and cheating in game. I want to acknowledge everyone who's taken the time to report these issues. It's genuinely appreciated. Historically, we've taken a more relaxed approach to third-party tools. This was intentional, allowing space for community-driven efforts like localization, VR integrations, and other creative contributions. However, with our growing player base and increased engagement, we've reached a new threshold, one where exploiters see greater opportunity in targeting the game. In response to the recent spike in abuse, we will be tightening our anti-cheat measures to better protect both integrity of the game and the experience for the broader community that continues to shape it. While we won't be sharing specifics, we want to reassure you that recent updates have already been made a substantial impact. We also issued a large wave of account bans and will continue to take enforcement actions as needed. To be clear, and this is where a lot of people need to pay attention, for those of you in orgs and those of you who post videos on YouTube and Twitch and other platforms showing exploits, take note of this, because just showing them is against terms of service. And it says, to be clear, exploiting or cheating is strictly against our terms, regardless of intent or the current stage of development. We understand that sub-users may be experimenting, acting out of curiosity, or believe they are helping expose issues. But these actions can be disruptive and damaging to the game. This behavior can lead to serious consequences up to and including permanent account closure. We'll continue to monitor the situation and take whatever steps are necessary to ensure fair play. Thanks again for continuing to report the issues as they arise." That part, that second to last sentence is a big one, because there are a lot of content creators out there who want to make videos because it draws in views, and they may have the honest to God intention of bringing this to CIG's attention, but at the same time, you're showing, let's say you have 100,000 followers. You're showing 100,000 people and more that may find your channel and aren't subscribed to you a way to dupe and exploit a game. So while you're trying to help, you're causing more damage to the developers and to the game and the community. And that's where you really got to walk that fine line. Is this helpful or is it damaging? I mean, what do you think? I mean, you think they should have gone into a little more detail on what steps they're taking? Like, are they looking at a new anti-cheat?
I think it's smart of them not to reveal what they're using, because if they reveal what they're going to use or what they're going to do to act against it, that just gives the people who are using the cheat engines or whatever leverage to start counteracting it. So if I, for example, say, hey, let's say you and I work together. I'm looking over here because you're on that screen. Let's say you and I work together. I bring a yogurt into work every day as a snack, and you, unbeknownst to me, I find out eventually that you go in and you take my yogurt and you eat it. Well, I don't know it's you, and I go, hey, you know what? Somebody keeps on taking my yogurt. I'm going to move it over here.
Now you've just told me where you're moving.
You now know where to get it.
Exactly.
Now, granted, I could also say, like, if I told you I had a suspicion that you were stealing my yogurt, I could literally just tell only you, and if it goes missing again, I found the culprit. But at the same time, if I don't take those steps, I'm literally telling you how to circumvent what I'm doing. So by not telling the hackers how they're going to counteract what they're doing, they don't have an immediate approach on how to counteract the counteraction, the counteroffensive, whatever it is.
Yeah,
How to
there's an
counteract the
old
anti-cheat. So
yeah, there's an old saying. There's something that I tell a lot of people, and it goes into the regards of, you know, if you see something, say something. And the reason that saying has become such a big deal, especially nowadays, is sadly the world we live in. We got a lot of sick people. You know, we got a lot of people that want to do harm to other people for just so they can get their kicks.
Yep.
So by not saying something, you become complacent, and then you become part of the problem. Now, CIG is not saying like, hey, you know, don't record this situation. They're saying don't, more or less, don't make it public. Send it in Spectrum. Put it in there, you know, privately PM one of the devs that's in Spectrum and go, hey, found an exploit. Here's the video proof. You know, you guys need to look into this. And that's what you should be doing, because by going to making a YouTube video or a Twitch video, actively showing how to bypass a system in the game. Like, when they were doing you know, you'd kill the scientist in the ASD location, and then you'd res him up right in front of the door, and he'd open the door for you because he's wearing the lab coat. In a way, that's an exploit. It's not meant to happen that way in the game. The way the developers intend you to play it is to have to strip down your armor and put on the lab coat and stand in front of the door. Sadly, they do not have a way to actually allow us to store our armor in a secured locker where no one else can steal it. But then again, maybe the risk should be that someone else can steal it, because risk versus reward. But when
or
it comes,
you go in with crappy armor.
yeah, you
But
go in with
that's the other risk.
the standard white flight suit that you spawn out of the medical, you know, when you actually die, or how you used to. This cheating, does it hurt the game? To a degree, but I think from what I also read, this is all happening on like mainly the Asia servers, because we're typically on EU and American servers, and we haven't seen it, at least not firsthand. The occasional end cap, yeah, maybe that is someone just testing around their cheating tools and, you know, dicking around. But at the same time, I mean, there's videos out there showing the actual exploits and the way people are stripping armor. And I'm not, you know, we're not going to go into that because it's already been found and whatnot. But I mean, I guess I'd have to agree. I'm glad they didn't reveal all their secrets on how they're going to combat this. Was this kind of a slap in their face, like, hey, wake up, your anti-cheat sucks, you need to fix it? Yeah, I think so. And I think it's one of those things, and if I scroll down here, you can see that one of the people that work for CIG actually had responded to a question. Where are you? Oh, good Lord. I can't remember his name, but when I find it, he actually said these bans are permanent, which makes me lead to the idea that these bans probably are, so what I'm looking for here, MAC address, or there's something that is making them not be able to log in, you know. Maybe they're logging you out of your, you know, they're locking out your RSI account, which means, yes, if you've spent $5,000 in this game and you choose to go and hack, well, I ain't going to cry for you. I'm going to pat CIG on the back for banning your butt, because you're ruining the game for everyone else. I can't seem to find it, but no, yeah. So he did state that the bans are permanent, and which is good. Get rid of these guys. We don't want them. We don't want them in the verse because it's going to impact everyone. In-game economy, it's going to impact everything. I mean, and you're talking about people's subscriber gear being stolen. That's stuff people paid real money for. All right.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that people are losing stuff, especially if it's real money. They're really, you know, they are hacking the actual accounts and getting in and stealing that stuff. That's
Yeah, I mean that's bad. That's really bad. I mean that's not only well, okay, let's think about this. That's not only against terms of service, that's illegal in most countries. Because you just stole something that has monetary value.
Mm-hmm.
So in the US, anything over $900 is a federal or is a felony. So people need to really be thinking about this. If you're thinking about trying some of these hacks out, you could look into some legal repercussions too. You know, oh, boo hoo, your game account got, shut down for hacking and cheating, for stealing someone's stuff, or you might get a knock on the door from your local police department. So, because your IP address is not private. All right.
Yep.
Next one is all you. This is
where are we at? Because we skipped the ship of the week. If that's the case,
that's where we're going back to. Ship of the week, because I'm sorry, the hacking thing is just. I have a feeling it's going to be.
Topic.
It's a really big topic, and we're going to segue over to Ironclad. And if something comes up to where we might want to touch base on something that hacking related, we'll come back to it. But Ironclad, the ship of our dreams.
Oh, it's not only the ship of the week, it is the ship of our dreams. I really wish I could go in game and show you this ship right now, but I can't because it's still in concept. But
no, it's not. It's not. Read the screen.
Sorry, it's in production. It's in production.
In development.
In development, yes. Not in concept. The Ironclad is very sought after because of several different reasons. First of which, the Drake fans out there, it's a Drake ship. It's got 1,500 plus SCU of cargo capacity. It is, as far as I'm aware, the only ship that has a top opening loading door.
Yeah.
So if you're out there in space trying to, loot ships, or if you're doing salvaging, unloading reclaimers, you can just park underneath a ship and just drop the stuff that you want into the Ironclad. The thing is, it's a beast. It's got armament. It's got decent sized guns. What has it got? Like 2 size 5s.
Oh god, let me scroll down here.
Yeah. 6 or 8 size 3s and another size 2 somewhere, I think.
It has just for guns. I don't know if you've got this pulled up as well.
I did, but I shrank it.
Turrets, one dual size 5, 2 dual size 3s, 1 dual size 3, 1 dual size 2, and 4 dual size 5 missiles. That's the regular Ironclad, mind you. That's not the assault, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not the assault.
Yeah,
this thing is I don't want to say it's absolutely massive, because compared to like the Idris, it's still, I'm going to use air quotes here, small. But if you take the regular Caterpillar, for example, I believe it's another, 20 or 40 meters longer than the current Caterpillar. And and is like twice as wide. I don't have both of them pulled up. But if you compare it to like this, if you compare it to like a Starlancer Max, for example, I fly that one all the time. I know for a fact that it's 40 meters longer because the 40, yeah, it's 40 meters longer because the Starlancer Max is only 80 meters long. It's another like 4 meters high and roughly the same width, but you have to go on the Starlancer. You have to go wingtip to wingtip. You can't just go like the body width. And that is width wise almost 100% usable ship.
All right. I pulled up the Caterpillar for you.
Okay.
So, the Ironclad length 120 meters.
Okay.
The Caterpillar is 111.5 meters in length.
Okay, so I was off by a bit. Yeah.
The height of the Ironclad is 20 meters tall, while the Caterpillar is 13 and a half. So she's definitely taller. Width, the Caterpillar is only 30 meters wide, while the width of the Ironclad is 52 meters wide. So she's just shy of 2 Caterpillars wide. Now, mind you, that's not including if you were to take the wing, the tractor beam wing off of the Caterpillar and stack it side by side, then you'd have what the equivalent of an Ironclad minus a little bit on the length and a little bit on the height. But yeah, she's definitely bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah,
very well armed compared to the size 4, the 2 size 4 turrets that the Caterpillar has and a singular size 3 turret. But I mean, you're looking at a lot more firepower, a lot more punching above its weight class. I mean, this is a ship that we're both very, very excited for. And they just need to give it to us already.
Yeah, they do.
We're being impatient about this one. A lot of people were impatient about the Merchantman, but nah, I want my Ironclad, damn it.
I was really hoping that with this new patch coming out, and I know it's unrealistic to be like they're doing an industry patch. The Ironclad's gonna come out. Wait, I gotta be patient with this. But it's been an emotional roller coaster ride because over the last few weeks, I've had reports of people saying the Ironclad's being pushed back to a mid-year next year ship, or it might be out on IEE, and there's talk of it possibly getting reworked because of the command module that is attached to the Ironclad, where you can literally leave the entire ship behind minus this little portion of the ship that's the size of a cutter, and go, which would be really useful if it could leave your main ship someplace and you just need to go into a spaceport and resupply food and whatever you can. It'd be nice to just take the ship in, the command module in, land, and then come back out instead of having to, land an extra large or large, whatever big it is, into a hangar. That'd be really, really nice.
Probably extra large hangar.
And I think they're trying to get that to translate over into the Caterpillar, which is also may delay the Ironclad coming out officially, but I hope that's not the case.
Hey, Adalupe,
really hope to see it in,
thank you for the raid.
October.
27 viewers. Thank you, guys.
Hey.
What is up, Toe? How you doing? Oh, man, I think I know who that is, too. I know who you are. I got you, buddy. Follow you back. Ah! How you doing, man?
New follower.
So the Ironclad we're excited for. Very, very big. I can never get your name right. I am sorry, man. How you doing? Thank you for the raid. Welcome to Citizen Talk, where we're talking everything Star Citizen related. We are talking about the hacking and cheating situation that is going on, because that's impacting everyone. But right now we're going over Ship of the Week, and we're discussing the Ironclad. which is one that we are very excited for. Milk Boy, right now, the Ironclad. Oh, really? They're accusing you of cheating for being how good at mining you are? Come on, man. I love those videos. Always enjoy.
What's your bet? Over under by the end of the year.
Oh, okay. What do you think when do I think the Ironclad's coming? Well, considering they have a lot of the Drake modules already done because of the Corsair, the Cutter, the Cutlass, and all that, so a lot of the internal, the way it's going to look, I'm thinking this year IAE maybe.
I'm hoping that's
maybe
when it is.
CitizenCon. Maybe it'll be one of the big reveals at CitizenCon because I'm thinking if they're going to drop. Now, bear with me for a second. If they're going to drop, let's say 4 ships this year, new ships, I'm thinking the Apollo Triage. We know the Perseus is coming at IAE. They've already said it. I think the 4th, Ironclad. Those would be the 4 ships I'm thinking are coming at either IE or CitizenCon. Because they're going to have to have something big for CitizenCon this year. It's being all digital. We're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. Darth, you think I'm right? I really hope so. Because my bank account can take more. Yeah,
I already bought Verpals this year, so I can't spend any money on any.
And for those of you who might be
extras.
looking at wondering what's behind me, don't mind the wife's feet. She's laying on the couch. This will be your new. Oh God, yeah, I know. I mean, there's so much. There's so much going for this game right now, and people have called it a scam. You know, they've called it Star Scan, Citizens, whatever. They've called it a scam for the last since I started back in this game back in 2015. And I'm sorry, I can't help but disagree that this game is far from a scam. It's actively in development. There's a lot of new technologies that are being developed from the ground up, including their engine, which is a derivative of CryEngine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're just haters. They can't help themselves because, you know, everyone's going, oh, look, GTA. Yeah, GTA 6 or 7, 6 ain't even coming to PC. Like, so I don't think Star Citizen's going to get impacted too much by that because it's not coming to PC. Yeah, 6. There's too many. Yeah, and it's 2 different markets. Knight, what do you think we're going to use this for? Some dirty shit, probably.
You talking about the Ironclad, or are you talking about your something else?
No, the Ironclad. What the hell do you think I'm talking about? Get your mind out of the gutter. I know you were just at the doctor and all, but come on, man.
That's your fault. Okay, so there are so many different things you could use this for. You could use it for the first one that comes to mind because it's the conversations come up like piracy.
Yes.
I don't know how many times in the org certain members in chat have been like, you know, we're gonna rock up in you know, a bunch of interdicting ships and having an Idris on standby, and this will be the cleanup ship. I would personally like using this for cargo because my OCD would just be like, you know, I'm gonna put this delivery over there, this delivery over there. Let's see. If you do mining, this would be really good for just like a base of operations if you're going to have just a bunch of empty ore pods ready to go and offload and reload ore pods. And I could just imagine you parking the ship someplace. You're bringing your mining ship, whether it's a prospector or a mole or
Fortune.
the golem, and just or the Fortune just flying over the ironclad and have whoever is in the ironclad use tractor beams to take the ore pods off of those mining ships and reload empty ones on, and you just keep on going without stopping. I could see that.
Or all of them, like Tex just said, dude, this ship might be big enough, and the cargo hold might be big enough where you can fit a mole in it. You can probably fit a, I mean, I have to look at the size of the mole, but think about how many golems you can fit in the ironclad, because that's a snub miner. That thing fits in the lower hangar of a Polaris.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. I don't know if I don't think a mole will actually fit in. Maybe with the top off, like not the top, but if you had the hangar door open on the ironclad, maybe that could fit. But
wait. The golem fits in the Asgard? Really? Oh, we haven't tested that. Well, thank you for that. I did not know that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting because I did not. I just realized my chat was all over.
I think it'll have. I don't think it'll have med beds.
It would be nice.
It definitely would be nice to have med beds on the ironclad, but I don't think it's gonna have them on there. Considering it is a Drake ship and Drake doesn't typically have anything. They have anything medical?
They got the freaking Cuddy Red. Yeah.
The Cuddy Red what does that have on it? I've got the blue and I've got the black, but
tier 3s.
The Cuddy Red, okay.
Yeah. You know what? It might, because I don't know. It's not med. I can see the Assault having med beds.
That I could.
I don't know about the base, but then again, there's a lot about this ship we don't know yet. Like,
it's very true.
It's got 2 tier 3s, yes. So, yeah, I would assume the Assault's going to have med beds, maybe, because just it's meant for, dropping, drop ships and assaults, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, dude, I can see us loading up vultures. I can see us loading fortunes, golems, and prospectors in this thing, and then literally, you go, you mine, you do your thing, you come back, you got a fully manned ironclad, you got all the guns manned, and you got 2 people down in the cargo hold just pulling the ore bags off, pulling the salvage boxes off, and loading them in the cargo hold. And then when she's good, hey guys, I'm taking off. I got to go, throw this stuff in storage. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Or you have or you have like me and Knight. You got 2 ironclads. And we just rotate out. That way, by the time he gets filled up, I'm back, ready to offload you. I mean, it's a money printing. Also, you know what? I really like your screen chat. Give me ideas. I actually got that idea from Mr. Knight down below. Because the normal screen chat and streaming just takes up too much freaking real estate on the screen. But when it's down on the bottom and it's side scrolling or something like that, it's out of the way.
It's like a little ticker.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's out of the way. That's the same thing I did with the information on the episode up above us. Yeah, it just takes up too much real estate from gameplay and whatnot. And yeah, shout out to, I can never pronounce her name right. El Guape. Whatever.
It's El Guapo.
El Guapo.
Follower.
El Guapo.
Have you ever seen one of my favorite movies of all time, The Three Amigos?
Oh my God, I haven't seen that in freaking forever.
Chevy Chase,
yeah.
Martin Short, and the main guy's name is escaping me for a second. Steve Martin.
Oh God, yes. I have not seen that in a very long time, but I love a lot of Steve Martin's movies. And
thank you, Steve Martin. Yeah, it's the main villain in that movie. His name is El Guapo.
El Guapo.
There's a point in the movie where his little henchman is like El Guapo. Yeah, that's my little butter. Yep.
I mean, One of the things I'm excited for with the Ironclad is not just so. Knight was talking about the command module detaching.
Oh my God.
A plethora of people have asked me if I've seen this.
Okay, hold on. Have you not seen the movie El Guapo?
We're gonna
Have you
need to
seen
have
the Three Amigos?
We're gonna need to have a movie night on someone's Discord.
If you haven't, it's hilarious that he just said a plethora. Because I'm like, do you know what a plethora is? Would you say I have a plethora? I am not a man of your superior intellect.
Okay, I gotta ask something though that's always been in the back of my mind. Your voice, is that your voice or is that just you've got your mic so well tuned?
Who are you talking to? Me?
El Guapo.
Oh, okay.
It's not AI. Okay, cool. No, because I have actually had your stream up one night. I'm laying in bed. I fell asleep to your stream. just from your voice. Because it's deep.
Don't get too much of a head there because he's told me the same thing.
I have. Well, some people have a voice for streaming. Some people have a voice for radio. Yeah, which me and you have both been freaking told. Hey, you got a voice for radio. Stop.
I have to turn mine on. I usually, in this particular instance, I'm using just like my regular speaking voice, but I have to turn on my radio voice, and I can't do that like for a long period of time because it gets exhausting. I get jealous of those people that have those genuine,
When I smoked cigarettes, my voice would like deepen. And I actually got into it with another streamer one day on World of Warships. He goes, "There's no way this is your real voice." So I called him up on Discord on my phone, and he goes, "Son of a bitch, it is your real voice. I just lost $100 because he bet his buddy $100 that it was a microphone or what." I'm like, "No, I called him up on the radio on freaking Discord." Went, "Nah, dude, it's me." And yes, that's a compliment. El Guapo, freaking bassy voices are just comforting. Like, what? You just talk normal. I don't smoke. Wish I did.
That's all the disrespect I get from my call. Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Occasionally,
We should probably get back to the Ironclad and Citizen Talk. Not that I'm not enjoying this topic of
we already
conversation.
started late as it was.
This is Citizen Talk. Yeah, I had to go to the doctor before. I'm sorry. I completely forgot it was on a Wednesday, and yeah.
No, dude. Hey, we love having people come in, chat, ask questions that we can answer. I mean, if you guys ever want to be a part of Citizen Talk, let us know. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. We're always looking for guests to come on, talk Star Citizen. Maybe, you can come on one day and tell people how to mine. Because we're always giving newbies advice, trying to at least.
This week we didn't have a newbie section, but yeah. And yeah, by all means, come on in and have a chat, and we can go off topic. I'm kind of like our in chat moderator, so if we're off topic for a little bit too long, I try to steer us back to our what our conversations are about because we have an agenda. But no, it's fun to interact.
Aguape just asked, okay, I have a question based on your topic here. What are your thoughts on people using reshade for night vision, and do you think CIG will end the reshade usage? Personally, it's built into the NVIDIA graphics cards. So they're going to have a tough time fixing that. So I don't know if they can actually fix the reshade or the filters that you can use on your NVIDIA graphics cards. If it's a third-base party program, yes, I think CIG is going to fix it. They're going to implement some version of night vision. I mean, come on, we're how many years in the future? There's got to be a helmet, a tactical helmet coming out that's going to have night vision. Exactly. Why doesn't CIG put it in the game? They just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm sure Squadron 42 is going to have something like that. We're already seeing trickling stuff of Squadron coming in. So I don't think it's exploiting. I don't think it's doing anything. I mean, we did it back in the day in Arma and other games where it was just really hard. I know Escape from Tarkov was a big one where we had to use those filters just to be able to freaking see sometimes. But yeah, I could see them bringing in a helmet. What about you, Knight? What do you think? You think they're going to bring in a night vision for us?
That'd be really cool. I don't see it anytime soon.
No, I don't think it's anytime soon, though, but I think they do need to.
Yeah.
But okay, back to the Ironclad. She's a big bitch. She got a big booty. I mean, look at them engines. 6 engines on this thing. She's going to be an interesting ship that's going to be used in multiple things. I mean, we're going to put that thing. I know me and Knight right now, when Org Knight runs around, when the Ironclad launches, it's going to be a clusterfuck because we're going to throw everything we got in this ship like we did the Idris. We loaded up as many fighters as we could. We figured out you could fit 8 comfortably. More?
If you 8 or 9.
I think it was 8 comfortably. 8 with them staggered, you know, so they're like that. Try not to activate my AI. How many SCUs? Ironclad
I think it's 1564.
1536. Yeah, right here. 1536. And which fighter? No. So, okay, the Idris, we did Hornets. We had Gladiuses. We had Sabres in it. And, yeah, Saber Firebirds, regular Sabres, Hornet, Super Hornets, and Gladiuses. And we were able to fit 8 to 9 ships in that thing comfortably. And an MPVU tractor.
That's without
That's a little mosquito.
With, jeez, Furies. There we go. I was like, what's the little thing?
Yeah, and we had a bunch of Furies lined up on the sides. So total ships? What, 20, 30 ships in that thing?
God, you could probably put 100 Furies in there if you tried.
Yeah.
Which is some points I want to try.
I do want to I do want to see if we can fit. You know what? We need to get what's his name in here who's got like 10 Furies and go, let's see how many Furies we can fit in the Ironclad. El Guape, let me ask you something. Coming from someone who likes to mine, me, myself, I do too. We need a larger mining ship. Now, we know they do have the Astrea, whatever. That one's supposed to be coming. The Rastra. There it is.
The Rastra. Yep.
And we know we have the Orion at some point. You don't talk about that in your chat? Well, we're not in your chat. We're in our chat. I want your opinion.
He said the A word.
I want your opinion. When do you think we might see that? Do you think we'll see it in the next year or 2?
New follower.
And if not, that ship, what size in between the Mole to the Orion would you prefer to see? And how many mining heads? Because you're the king of the miners out there, dude. More medium miners? Okay. I can definitely get behind that. More medium miners. By the way, thank you everyone who is following the stream. This is definitely one of our bigger ones.
Medium Drake miner. I would agree with that one.
Yeah. Maybe a large. Who Who makes the mole?
That's Argo.
Argo. A larger mole. We do need some alien miners. Yes, we do. Like, okay, you know how they did the change on the Prowler? Maybe a Prowler variant miner. Just saying. It holds 32 SCUs. That could be a... I mean, I am getting tired of 32 SCU miners because the Golem is 32 SCUs. The Prospector's 32 SCUs, stock. So... They went bigger ship for salvage. We need a medium salvage. We need another medium miner. Yes. 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 We definitely need a... when it comes to salvage, the recliner needs some love. Needs some major love from the reclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have it. There are times I hate it. And there are times I love it. I haven't tested it with the new changes they're making to mining to the salvage heads in 4.2.1. I'm excited for that. There aren't many multi-crew rocks. I don't know. Some of these... What was that large one we found, Knight? Wasn't it like a 60K rock? That massive one?
I'm trying to think. I found a 70. That was
solo. You can do 75K. Oh, damn.
How in the...
Yeah, we need to get your we need to get your builds.
Can we hire you for like a a seminar on 16th chopstick?
This guy is like, between him and Red Monster, these guys know their crap when it comes to mining. Like, if there's two guys you need to watch when it comes to learning your mining and stuff, it's Red and El Guapo. Mole, Helix, 2, 3 surges. No, damn. Okay. Hey, there's no shame in plugging, man. Open floor in this place. Gonna have to look into that. Did a 67K like 2 weeks ago. Damn. All right, what were we on? Well, pretty much we're gonna stuff this ironclad full of gear and ships.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
I'm actually looking forward to like doing a couple of VHRTs or ERTs and just looting the crap out of them.
Yeah, I need to do more mining and pyro, but that's besides that one. What is the other thing I was just gonna agenda? All right, we finally went back through Ironclad. Time to get back on point here. Do you want to touch base over the cheating and hacking again, or do you want to just go into the section 2, 3, and 4, and so on?
I think we've touched on the hacking pretty decently. I think we should move on to the next section.
Hey, Guapo, anytime you want to maybe be a guest, let us know, man. We'll set it up. Maybe we'll have a mining night where we can discuss builds and all that other fun stuff mining related. So yeah, let us know. You can find the Discord link on the main page. I do not have the chat bot set up yet. Keep forgetting to do that. But on the main page, there's a Discord link for Citizen Talk. So feel free to join it. And yeah. Thank you for coming by. You have yourself a good night, my friend. And we'll see you next time. All right. So the free fly that's going on. That's still going on until the 14th.
New follower.
Yes. My question is, do you think the servers are handling it well? And do you also think the free fly helped with the hacking and the cheating that's taking place?
I have noticed the servers have been quite a lot more busy in the last week or so compared to the previous weeks in the beginning of 4. Where we are 4.2. So I think the population has increased. I don't know if FreeFly has contributed to the hacking and cheating. It's possible that there are people that were, there's, like you mentioned before, there are people out there that just want to wreak havoc in the world, and it's possible that they didn't want to pay for an account, so all they do, like, maybe it's kind of like that thing where once every so often they come out of the woodwork and, let's see what we can do to derail Star Citizen during free flight. So that might be a possibility, but I that's only speculation. As far as the servers go, I think honestly the servers are a lot smoother in 4.1.1, and during the Invictus free fly, I've noticed that inventory has been wonky. I've had multiple server errors in 4.2. As far as free fly, I've noticed logging on takes a little bit longer, but like I said, the servers have been a lot more populated lately.
Yeah.
As far as a definitive effect on it, I honestly don't know.
I mean, last
you might
weekend,
have a little bit more experience with it, but
last weekend I noticed when we were doing our org night. So I ended up in New Babbage, trying to get my gear on and everything set up, and the gear just was not populating in the inventory. My radiation suit, which was a pledged item, was not showing up. And I put it on, and the next thing I know, I couldn't find the helmet. And I'm like, what? And I'm scrolling through my inventory. I'm like, okay, I'm separating stuff by helmets, torso, all that, and I could not find it. And then I logged out, logged back into another server, and again, my helmet was not there. Well, a couple minutes went by, and then here comes the helmet. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I've noticed a little bit of instability in regards to the inventory management, and then even, I mean, server stability wise, the server we were on was at a constant 30 FPS the entire time, so I'm not complaining about that. We really didn't have any.
Yeah, no, that was decent.
We really didn't have any issues in org night on Saturday night. Running the Apex, the ASD locations and all that, they were relatively quiet, like you've been saying. Is something that we've been noticing with these ASD locations is you get there, you clear them out, and no one shows up. Like,
which is unfortunate because that was a fun event. Granted, you do it once or twice or 5 times, and it's like, okay, all right.
Well, then you got the 2-hour cooldown on the freaking worm. I'm just like, okay, that's kind of extreme.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it needs to be a 2-hour cooldown on the worm. I think maybe 45 minutes. That gives you plenty of time to get the teeth, get the pearls, and get out of there. And come back and let everything respawn and do it again. The servers, yeah, I would agree, 4.1, and then the initial during Invictus, the servers were outstanding. I have noticed some massive degradation in the servers, and I think part of that is CIG was doing good with 4.0 with their weekly server resets or server maintenance windows, and they seem to have just completely gone off the reservation with that. It's not a thing anymore, and they need to bring it back. Every game I know of, for the most part, every MMO that I know of has a server maintenance window that lasts maybe an hour or two, once a week, or it's once every 2 weeks, where they bring everything down, they clear the caches, and they make whatever updates they need to do on the back end to keep them running smoothly. So they definitely need to bring that back. What I will say is with the free fly, I'm going to agree with you that I think the free accounts and not having to spend money is definitely contributed to the spike in hacking for the last 2 weeks, because that's more or less when we really noticed it was the last week or so. And it tells you a lot based on how CIG is going to handle this situation, how serious they're going to take it. And they've already made their announcement. They said they're addressing it. So we know that's going to be fixed. And, you know, maybe a new anti-cheat, because easy anti-cheat it's one of the worst ones out there. So I know why they went with it. It's one of the cheaper options. It's easy to use from a developer side of things, but it's also very easy to circumnavigate. I would say for sure they need to definitely get a control over this hacking. Banning them, cool, whatever, whatnot. Yeah, the free fly might have had something to contribute with it, but it's hard to tell. It's all speculation, you know, because a lot of it was different. Some of it was duping. Some of it was people in-capping, you know, these mass murders as they were putting it out there as inside Star Citizen, and then just stealing of armors of people who are alive. Like they're not even killing the person and taking the armor. They're able to go in and in their cheat programs, I did see a screenshot of this, and they're able to click to avoid the item restrictions. So this is just showing CIG that they have a long road ahead of them when it comes to security in this game. And is this the perfect time for them to get this down before the free fly for Invictus, before the free fly for IAE? Because we know those are coming, and IAE is just a few months down the road. And Invictus is, or not Invictus, IE and CitizenCon. That's the one I was thinking of. CitizenCon's in December, October, December. IE is around that time too. So good, I guess it's a double-edged sword. It's good that it's happening, but it's bad that it's happening. It's good because it's waking up CIG going, hey, we're not as secure as we thought.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's a massive reality check for CIG because they're going, ooh, we're not as secure as we thought. But now we know what they're targeting, how they're targeting it, because they're going through the lines of code in that session, and they're going to look at what is being told to their server on why they're able to get past this. So, yeah, good thing, bad thing for us players. Hi. What? You want to come say hi to everyone? The baby wants to say hi. The baby wants to say hi. You see yourself?
Next generation of Star Citizen player.
Yeah, right? You can play Star Citizen?
When she's old enough, night.
It's bedtime. She's going to bed. All right, honey. I love you. Good night. She just got fed her final bottle, so now she's going down for nighttime.
We need to find that kid a Star Citizen onesie.
Right? CIG, make a Star Citizen onesie for babies. 12-month-old and up. Well, or 0 month and up, whatever. Oh, man. Have you been following any of the teases for 4.21 coming out? I mean, I know that there's a lot.
I honestly, and I'm sad to say this, I haven't.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I've been paying attention to mainly all the cheating elements and trying not to lose my stuff. And like I mentioned before, like the armor that I've been working on, I've been focused on trying to get that before 4.2 came out, and I was really hoping that I'd be able to get it because the
All right, I'm gonna send you something on Discord here. This is
costs go up.
Oh, wait till you see this. I'm glad we got our F8Cs when we did.
Oh yeah.
Did you see this? It just came through right now. So it doesn't say what's in it, folks, but a lot of the ships, they've gone through, they state some of the items, but on the ships where that list is way too long for what you can get from Wakello, they've just said in so many things.
Need many things, so many. Yep. F8C, and I don't know why, and maybe it's because the buff, but the F8C
feels better.
It's been pushed up into the Polaris range as far as like not rarity, but what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost in the same tier. It's put on the same tier as a Polaris.
Yeah, it's not so it used to be horrible. It was great when it came out. They nerfed it into the ground, and now it seems like it's coming back. Like, because I flew yours the other night after Org Night when we went and did a couple of those. Were those Foxwell missions?
Yeah, they're Foxwell.
Yeah. So, and she held up pretty good. I mean, hell, I ran dry on the ballistic ammunition, and then I was stuck to just the 4 cannons that it had on it, but I was still able to hold my own. She landed a little damaged, but she took a beating.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I knocked down 4 out of the 6 fighters before you even came in. And yeah, I mean, she took a beating, which I got to say is, I remember back when the Hathor missions came out, the F8C, I was in my Hornet and I'm knocking that thing down left and right. So, okay. The new armor system seems to be helping. But yeah, I mean, so like, the Mark II Super Hornet is 20 Wakello favors. This is something new that we haven't seen. 6 DCSH 05 engineering maintenance comp boards. That's new.
You know what those are? I assume you do.
Nope.
So you know the cards that you have to get out of the CZs to get to the executive hangars?
Oh, those boards?
It's those. So the contested zones are, I could see orgs camping that and like the little guy not being able to get anything. So
you're telling me you've got a choice to make now. Do you go to the executive hangar and get your executive ship? Or do you hold on to these comp boards and get a Wakello ship?
Or do you just sit there and camp them all day long and just suck up all the comp boards and you have different teams go do different things?
That's where an org like Machina comes in, and we will push you the hell out of them. We did it in Hathor. But yeah, I mean, you're looking at... yeah, right. Yeah, so we got the engineering boards for a lot of it. And then this one kind of had me interesting. The F8C Stealth and the military.
Yep. Okay. The one that you and I have, they're the military version.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, so they're changing all this up. I'm not going to show it on screen, folks, because I don't know if I can. Because it's technically a leak. So I will discuss it, but I'm not going to show it on screen. Yeah, so couple paints, couple different ships changed up into it. I can get behind that. And then they really didn't. So 4.21 looks like it's going to be interesting, and I'm excited for it. There are couple changes that they're doing. They did test recently new ladder animations where you'll be able to look off to the side, well, more or less behind you on the ladder while holding a pistol or something like that. So they're bringing in kind of the Call of Duty when you're climbing the ladder and you got your pistol in your hand.
Yeah.
They're bringing in that kind of animations and being able to run and grab onto the ladders, stuff like that. That honestly have been waiting, and then they're bringing in vaulting to where, you know, you can run and actually jump and grab onto a ledge from a platform and pull yourself up. So stuff like that, cool. It's needed. Yeah, it says look around while on a ladder, 180 degree while moving, 355 degree while stationary. Midpoint enters and exits, being able to jump off ladders while looking in a direction. Leaning using the dodge debris function. That might be a tease there. Dodging debris function. Huh? Are they talking about the leaning left and right? Collision. There might be another person or whatnot, so no longer walking straight through you when climbing up a ladder.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And ladder exit into crouch in small spaces. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out that I am excited for in 4.1. New escort missions, new collector missions and banners. They did change the missile lock UI, I guess, but they reverted it from most recent patch back to the 4.2. So, and I tell you what, I'm kind of excited for that new Moby-Glass look that they're throwing in.
Oh, yeah, I saw the Moby-Glass. Oh,
that's going to look good.
Pretty.
It was. But yeah, I mean, 4.21, I can't wait to see what it brings. I do want to know when they're going to be bringing us the ASD locations in Stanton, because when they first were talking about these locations for the 4.2 and the patches, they did mention that these ASD locations would be happening in both Pyro and Stanton. So I would like to see some of that coming in. And of course, you know, their flight changes, station defenses. They're adding in anti-personnel guns.
Interesting.
And they're destroyable. So we'll be able to, so pretty much the bounty hunter missions where you got to go into a location and you got to kill the guy down in the bunker. There's going to be anti-personnel turrets now that you're going to have to circumvent.
Oh.
So you're going to have to destroy those on top of NPCs and then whatnot.
That's a nice twist.
Yeah, and that is actually coming into part of the new locations that they teased in... I just saw the video on it too. And I didn't save it.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a Stanton location. There's going to be these massive bunkers that we're going to have to explore. And so they're not going to be, they're going to be like contested zones, but they're not PvP. It's going to be, I think, more PvE. And I think it's all PvE, or they're just abandoned bunkers, more or less. But these go really deep underground. So they were kind of showing some of that off. I'll have to look and see what the hell I was watching where I saw that. It might have been on, what's his name's YouTube? God, I can't think of his name now. JoJo's? Because I'm constantly watching all this and watching Spectrum, watching all these leaks and patch notes, and I'm just like, okay, what are we going to talk about? So just looking for all that. And I think it was JoJo was talking about it and some of these new locations. So I was just like, all right, cool. What do you want to see in 4.3? Gameplay. Well, we already know what ship we'd like to see.
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah. Duh.
When is that the UI, is that inventory UI going live in 4.2.1?
Oh, I didn't even mention that. No. No. From the Inside Star Citizen?
Yeah.
No. That was still a work in progress, and Jared said something along it wouldn't be for a while. Now, because they're not doing time frames anymore because they've shot themselves in the foot a few too many times by giving out time frames.
Yeah.
I would like to see that in 4.3. I'd like to see some Moby-Glass updates from what they showed in CitizenCon.
Moby-Glass updates. I'd like to be able to name boxes.
Because
there's a lot of stuff that we collect that I would like to just stow away and store. And I know they mentioned that's in they're really that's on that short list of millions of things they've got to go through. I'd like to see just some of the basic UI things that you would see in other games.
Yeah.
The fact that you can't name ships, like all the ships.
Yeah,
like,
that's annoying.
Custom serial numbers.
Oh God, can you imagine how out of hand that'll get? Just from the community and knowing the player base, there's gonna be some dirty serial numberizations. Sorry, I got cotton mouth and like I'm drinking all this water and it ain't freaking helping. Yeah, no, dude. Like I can name my Reclaimer. I think that's the only ship I can name that I have.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to name my Ironclad Big Booty Judy. But yeah, I mean, what else? What else would you want to see in 4.3? Besides the Moby-Glass upgrade, what gameplay? What is something? Let me reiterate that. We have mining, we have salvage, we have these bunkers, we have the CZ zones, and we have Hathor and ASD. What is a gameplay loop that, now this is some exponentially wishful thinking here, because 4.3 is right around the corner, but what is a surprise gameplay loop that, and guys in chat, you can also give us an idea of what you would like to see. And if there's questions and whatnot there's a suggestion box on the main page down in the About section. Hit it. What's a gameplay loop that you really want to see?
So it's kind of weird, but I'd like to see a use for some of the luxury ships. So passenger hauling.
Text
charter missions.
Yeah. Text says crafting. Yes.
Crafting would be a good thing, yeah.
Base building, even if it's only small bases to start with.
Yep, base building would be a good thing.
Yeah.
That one was in the back of my mind, but I think like that was part of I can hear Chronos' voice in the back of my head, when we get the ironclad and we're gonna start having to gather all these materials and base building. That's one thing that I would like to see.
Dragon says med and crafting. Yes, medical gameplay would be good.
Medical.
Anything crafting, I will agree with that. Whether it's weapons, armor, like, dude, I would like to be able to craft some pretty badass looking armor. Even though I do like to go for like kind of the old mercenary bounty hunter style armor look, where it's looks like it's thrown together. That would be kind of cool. I would say exploration, but that would require more systems or them throwing locations that aren't known about in Pyro and Stanton. Like, I don't know, maybe go to the Magnus Gateway and travel past it for, just be able to keep traveling past it into what I'm just going to call dead space and find anomalies or jump points that might take you somewhere. But we'll probably see some of that when they add more systems in, which they did mention that Planet Crafting V5 is about 75% done. So bravo CIG for that one. I'm happy to hear that. Medical gameplay, yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
more missions specifically for that.
Some mining missions, some mining gameplay loops. Yeah. maybe send us out to Pyro, to a mining claim, to where you're gonna have to have security escorts for your miners, and then make it to where there's going to be such a plethora, like you're going to get so many SCUs of materials out here that you're going to need a cargo transport to take those mole bags off and put new ones on. Something like that. Like I would love some mining and salvaging gameplay loops.
I know this is already in the game, but like cargo hauling that is interstellar and not just, and when I say interstellar, I mean cargo hauling from Pyro to Stanton and vice versa, and not just, the longest cargo hauls from Pyro to Magnus.
Space trucker, motherfucker.
Terra, like you're hauling from Ruin Station all the way over to Microtech.
Yeah.
And not like the only high paying missions right now, even once you get to senior level, are 711K. Speaking of the Hull Seas, I really wish they would just tweak it. They just need to refine it just a little bit so that it actually works. The missions are hit and miss, and I'm finding that every one in like 4 or 5 missions completes 100%, and it's really finicky still. It's working, but you only get part of what you're owed.
Yeah. So, I'm actually going to go to our suggestion box here because this is something that Gonda asked 2 months ago when we started this. And I don't think we answered it. And now that we have the ASD locations and we know they're coming to Stanton at some point, hopefully they're not locked behind this distortion storm in Stanton, because, come on. You give us new ground vehicles that we can't use. But he asked, are ground vehicles a viable and valuable asset? What, if any, changes could be beneficial to that gameplay aspect? I'm going to let you take this one first, and I want to see what your answer is, so we don't repeat it.
They are valuable, but they're not valuable enough. Right now, as it sits, there's different ways you can play mercenary and bounty missions where you have to fly into these locations, and depending on which one you select, you're flying into locations potentially friendly or potentially hostile. And depending on which of those it is, some you can land directly at the base where you're going to go in and take care of the target, or you have to land 5 clicks out so your ship doesn't get shot. And you have to drive in to take out these, to avoid the AA guns and take out the targets that way. I think you'd mentioned before with the anti-personnel turrets. Mm-hmm. I think the ground vehicles will help a lot with that, especially if you could take like a Centurion in there to take out all the turrets with the size 4s you have on the back of that thing. I took my Ursa Medevac the other day. I was going to do bunkers, and it has size 2 NDVs on them, and it was taking them out pretty quickly, the AAs. But still, like, you can't get close to these bases without either driving up or having an incredibly lucky shot with your weapons from the ship. So
yeah,
it just gives you another option. If they're making it a little more difficult, especially with anti-personnel turrets, then heck yeah, having a ground vehicle is definitely going to be an important asset. Right now, they're important, but they could be better.
Yeah, there could be more gameplay uses out of ground vehicles. And I would say, again, to what you just said, perfect example is you get these bunker missions that you have to fly in and you got to stay 2 kilometers out. Well, now you're running 2K on foot. Well, and now you're telling me we're going to have to deal with anti-personnel turrets. Well, what's the range going to be on this anti-personnel? I'm going to assume 20, 50 meters. It can't be something crazy. It can't be like half a kilometer. Like, that's just... you're going to make it impossible to get to these bunkers. So I'd make it short, maybe 20 meters.
20 kilometers. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no. I know. I had to catch myself on that because, I would say 20 meters maybe. Depending on the type of anti-personnel. Is this one ballistic? Is it energy based? Is it like a shotgun, scattergun based? If it is, those are going to be a lot shorter. You know, maybe 5-10 meters. Lethal range. But you got to give ground vehicles a chance here. You know, if not, there's no point in having them in the game. You shouldn't have released them because there's no gameplay loops for them. Like the Ursa Medevac, yeah, it's good for getting in under the radar for some of these stations because you just can't seem to blow up the AA guns. I mean, hell, I've lobbed 4 missiles into these AA guns before, and they're still shooting at me. You know, and then I'm sitting there outside of their range, hitting them, and still, they're still shooting at me. So it's like, okay, give us a break with these anti-personnel, anti-ship turrets, and give us something that we can use. And these new bunker missions and these ASD locations, they missed out on a good opportunity. Because the distortion on the storms only goes up to, I think it's 5 kilometers. Anything above that and your ship's fine, I think is what it was. It's like 5.5. You could hover above the ASD location, and your ship wouldn't get knocked out of the sky. Like, let us land outside the storm, travel in the new ground vehicles, like the medevac or just the regular Ursa or the MTC, and get to these locations. Don't force us to have to use your transport system, which, God, getting those fangs out was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because the elevator didn't freaking work.
Elevators need to be fixed.
They're working on it, and I tell you what, I know they're having to rebuild the transit system from the ground up again. Because the entire team, so the entire team that originally developed the transit system's no longer with CIG. I think there's one guy from the original transit team that's still there. But the main people that did all the coding and did all the building, they're not with the company anymore. And it sits there, and it shows. Because on ships like the Reclaimer, that whole team's gone that designed that. And I believe that was built from a Canadian team. That office hasn't been... I think that was the Montreal location. They shut that down 8 years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I mean, you could have had it to where no ships can come in, but your ground vehicles are safe. They might take minor damage, so you got to get in quick. You can't take your time. But then once you're in there, give us a garage, something that's protected from the outside to where we could pull them in. And don't make them instanced, because no, just make it one where you're driving through the field and you're protected, like when you walk in through the doors at the ASC locations, you're no longer taking radiation damage. Things like that could have been done. And I think they missed their chance with that. But I like to see that in 4.3. Yeah, some more vehicle-based missions. Some defense missions of these bunkers. You know, maybe where you got... you can come in, like you said, with your Centurion or your Trumbull AA. And Tumbrel. Tumbrel AA. And, you know, defend a bunker that's either Hurston's or Crusaders from pirate attack. Okay, that'd be cool. You know, maybe because you can get on some of the manned turrets there, or some of the manned guns there. Give us some defense missions, which I think they did mention something about defense missions in the most recent patch notes. But yeah, I mean, that's some of the stuff we'd like to see in 4.3. the last most current weeks, we've been talking about organizations, how to join them, which is a good fit for you. Today, I thought we'd bring it home. Org growth, how is Makina doing?
I personally think they're doing all right. I mean, we're pushing 100 members, and when I joined, they were like just below 70.
I think we were lower,
and
actually.
Probably. I've been promoted to a vice admiral position. So I wasn't expecting it, but I got asked to join the tippy top ranks of the hierarchy there, and granted, we've lost a few people, and part of it was for, I mean, different reasons. The most recent one was a really bizarre. Somebody came in like demanding that org leadership, essentially corral people that had given not necessarily promises, but had agreed to like trade components and things like, hey, I've got stuff for you, I've got extras of this, extra of that. They agreed to meet a particular player online, and this person came on and like, hey, you need to get your people together. They promised this, that, and the other thing. Like, and the org leader had a disagreement with him. Like, no, it's not our job to regulate trades and your own personal gameplay. That's not what the org is for.
Yeah, you want something, you need to participate, and you need to, what's the word I'm looking for? Contribute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this particular person was a leech, essentially. They came in, used our protection during the ASD missions. All they did was loot, try to make money for themselves. And then they came in complaining that there's certain people in the organization said they wouldn't give them things that they were looking for, but it was never, they were never on the right schedule. Like for example, I was on UEX trying to line up. I was trying to buy medals from this guy, and he's in France. I'm asleep when he's awake, and I'm working when he's going to sleep, going to bed, or whatever it is. And I could never make it happen. So I was just like, okay, this isn't going to work out. But what this person was doing was they were coming in and saying they're making these networking connections. Like, hey, I'm looking for this. Do you have any? Yeah, sure. I'll meet you up in this time, this day. And then the people that were giving or providing those materials would reach out and saying, hey, I've got this. Are you on? Can you meet up? Would never respond. And then when he hopped on, where are you? Like, let's do this. And he went to the organization, the founder, and was like, you need to get your people in line. And it was the founder was like, no. It was the equivalent of somebody, like, say you made a connection with somebody. You were either selling a component, or you were you had extra material. You were gonna give away material.
Okay.
And for some reason you couldn't make the meet. That person would then come to me, the org leader, saying, hey, as the org leader, I need to put you in your place. I'm like, no.
I mean, okay, I know we're structured like with military designations and that type of hierarchy, but if you agree, okay, if me and you agree to trade an item,
yep,
and I can't get a hold of you, I'm not going to go to our leader and go, motherfucker, this guy refuses to meet up with me. He promised me this. You need to give it to me.
Yep.
No. That's not how this freaking works. I'm going to sit back, and I've run clans in the past, and I've run into this situation many times. And especially in DayZ, for instance, perfect example, DayZ, a survival game, crafting, looting, stuff's hard to come by, right?
Yep.
I've run into that same situation, and we had boxes that were locked because, yes, Dragon, exactly. Someone was spoiled. They thought that they were going to, I'm not even going to guess what generation they probably are, because that just, that leads down another road. But for instance, the boxes are locked because these materials are rare and we craft them and they take time and, you know, whatever. If you don't contribute and if you're just running around looting shit for your own whatnot and you're not giving it back to the org to maybe, you know, oh, I don't know, give someone a Wakello Polaris or an F8C or something that they want from Wakello that the org is working together for, motherfucker, you're shit out of luck. If you're not contributing, bye, there's the door. See you next Tuesday. I mean, like, no. And whoever it was, I'll talk with you off, you know, stream, figure out who the hell fuck this was, so I know to avoid them. But, like, guys, if you're looking to join an org, it's simple. There are 5 things you need to do. Number 1, don't be an ass. Number 2, don't come in expecting that you're going to get all the best equipment, weapons, components, and whatnot right off the bat. You're going to have to earn your stay, earn your place. Number 3, get to know people. Me and Knight didn't even know each other until 5 months ago. Mm-hmm. When me and another player just went, hey, we popped in his stream and he goes, oh, I'm grinding for this and this and this. And me and him go, we each gave him 2 million credits. Just, here you go. Go buy your ship. You know, you've been busting your ass. I've been watching you. You know, just go do what you got to do. We've got to know one another because we brought him into our org. Well, now our org has then teamed up with Machina. So it's like cause and effect. Get to know these people because someday they're going to become friends. Yes, it's online, but guess what? Some of my oldest friends I met gaming. You know, and where was I? Number 4? Okay, yeah. Number 4 is take part in community events, org night, whatnot, and if you're not online, don't expect anything in return. Keep your expectations low, because then you'll never be disappointed. And just find the right org for you. Is it mining? Is it salvaging? Is it piracy, mercenary, bounty hunting? Find the right org. But don't come into an org thinking, you know what, I'm going to go do all this shit. I'm just going to use them as a protection detail. I'm going to hold all this shit, and I'm going to want something in return, but I haven't contributed to the org supply. Mm-hmm. Again, motherfucker, there's the door. That's my response to anyone who wants to come into an org and think that they need to be entitled to some bullshit. Have a good night. Hopefully I'll see you guys next org night. Razor. Oh, what up, Razor? Change your damn Twitch name. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, you know, if Machina, yeah, I think when we joined, it was 30 or 40 members. The number 40, like 47 sticks out in my mind for some reason. And here we look at Discord, and between Discord members, I think we were up to, oh good God, got 105 just offline. 4 or 5 online. We have 34. I'd say we're over 200. About 150 on the Discord. On the actual org page, I think we're up to 103. 97. Well, and we're around 97, I think 103. I'd have to pull it up. But, I mean, we're doing good. I'm enjoying the org when I can actually get on to play, and, you know, having a newborn or a 1-year-old, it makes things a little tough. And then, of course, being out of work again, that sucks, but that's my debacle.
Hashtag hit that follow button, subscribe.
Right. For those of you that came from El Guapo's stream, I want to thank you guys for coming by. Seriously, I appreciate it. Was not expecting a raid from the man himself, the master miner, but that was like it took me a second when I saw it come through. I'm going, wait a minute, I know that name, and then I'm looking and I'm going, holy shit, it's who I thought it was. So thank you guys for coming by, dropping the follows. We do appreciate it. We try to do this every night. Maybe if we can remember, because we forgot on Saturday to do After Dark.
Yeah.
Saturday night is Machina Org night. For those of you who are looking to have some fun, maybe run some ASD locations, I don't know what we're doing this weekend. Do you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. But
I will eventually. Usually our conversations happen on Thursdays.
Yeah. New players are always welcome. We'd love to get to know you. We'd love to see what you're all about. Come by, you know, if it's a Guapo's org and a Machina and the orgs join that night and we go on one big mining / salvage endeavor, sweet. That'll be fun. But, you know, let us know. Join the Discord for Citizen Talk. Shoot me a DM, and we'll get you on over to the Machina Discord where you can meet some new people. But I think we've hit every topic for this week's episode. We do not have episode 7 on the list yet. But I have a feeling, depending on 4.21, if it goes into release candidate I don't think it's going to go into release candidate this week. I'm guessing next week. But next week, we might actually go into a little more in depth of I would say maybe cargo hauling and salvage. Because those are some stuff that me and Knight both know pretty well on. And probably touch base on the cheating and hacking epidemic that has hit Star Citizen, where it sits. Maybe we'll find out more information on what kind of words, I swear to God, steps, precautions that CIG has taken to alleviate it, because the hacking and cheating it's something that needs to be taken care of, and I'm happy to hear that they are looking into it. We'll figure out what next week's discussion will be later on this week. But Saturday night, I think we're gonna try for it. Knight, you up for it?
Yeah, I'm always down. It just depends on how busy we are with org. It's just Yeah.
There is no set time for After Dark. Just so you guys know, it's just whenever you see us go live. We will do a Citizen Talk After Dark where we like to allow you, the viewer, the gamer, or maybe you don't even play Star Citizen, but you're thinking about it, to come in, ask the questions, bullshit with two main players of it, and we'll just talk about randomness, you know. We do not talk politics in After Dark, even though it's the unscripted adult version of Citizen Talk. Politics are... Trust me, you don't want to get me going on politics, because I won't shut the fuck up. And
the world right now is a big enough pissing match. We don't need even more on something that we enjoy, so we'll just keep it out of it.
Exactly. But so we'll look on doing it After Dark this weekend on Saturday after Org Night. I would love to get Chrono in here to where he can, maybe talk a little more about Machina, what we're actually all about, what the future is for the org, and what type of gameplay loops. Let me turn this off. He wants to see because I know there's a lot out there. And, you know, even talk to some newer, find out, maybe I'll put out a poll in Makina's Discord, find out how long most of our member base has been playing Star Citizen for. That way we can figure out who we need to get into the podcast to go, you fucking noob. But, yeah. We'll let you know about next week's episode, what it's going to be about, I guess, next week. Or maybe Saturday. We'll figure it out.
We'll get it out there.
Yeah, we'll get it out there. I mean, tomato, tomorrow, today. Who the fuck really knows? I mean, it is. I want my ironclad. I want my ironclad.
Me 3.
I want it. I've got it up on the left screen here. Like it's still on my screen. And I'm sitting here going, I want it. Like I keep going back to this image that they have for it. Let me go back to it. I think it's this one. And I keep looking for a medical room. Because now that someone asked, is it going to have med beds? I keep looking. That's a lot of rooms in the back end of this ship.
It does.
Maybe.
There's plenty of space for it.
And it looks like the way to get... So, okay. We're going to we're done with the main topics. We're kind of going to segue over here for a minute. I don't know if you plan on going live still. Because you were late.
Probably not tonight.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about our beautiful ship here, the Ironclad, that we want so bad. It looks like when this thing is landed, we're going to have to use a ladder to get up, and then there's 2 exterior doors here to maybe get into the ship. That's the one thing I'm surprised they haven't showed yet. How do you get in this damn thing?
Well, there is a ramp in the front.
There is a ramp in the front. But this section right here, so this is the actual render of it. And God, I love that paint job, the black and red. Black and red are my colors, if you can't tell. They're in the podcast. And then blue everywhere else. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this ship is going to be able to do, because those are some 32 SCUs right there, and I'm looking at that. You can probably stack those 4 high, 3 high. Well, you're gonna have to be able to fit 1,500 SCUs. So how many containers is? Well, that's easy math. 1,536 SCUs divided by 32. 48 containers? 48 S32 SCU containers? That ship's going to have some serious... So, yeah, you could do 24 on the floor and 24 stacked on top of it. That's 2 high. I would like to see them with how tall the ship is. Give us 3 high on those. But, yeah. Give me my ironclad. Yep. See, there's the picture there. Mine, knights. Flying off in the verse. Going to stir the pot somewhere. That's what we're going to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end it here. I am Evil Tactics. You can catch me on Twitch. Again, when I choose to go live. I need to do more lives. You can also catch me over on YouTube, where I sometimes post shorts and, clips from live streams when I remember to clip them. And Citizen Talk is also over on YouTube, where this episode will be uploaded, as well as last week's, because I forgot to do that. I don't know how I forgot that. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcast. So catch us there, rewatch it, and then, yeah. Senior down below me, who are you? Where can they find you?
Mr. B Knight on Twitch, Instagram. I think we have a Twitter too, but it's twitch.com/MRBKNGHT, just as you see it on the display. Yep, there's my name. And I'm on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Arizona time. Wednesday, I need to rework because I do Citizen Talk on those days. And then on the weekends, quite frequently, I am streaming Org Night on, was it 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. Saturday. So I'm in Arizona. That's going to be 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and then 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe, right now because daylight savings. I don't do daylight savings.
No, it's 8 p.m. Central.
Central?
For me, it's Central Time. So,
Okay,
when we go live on Citizen Talk, it's 8 p.m. my time. So, I'm
Got
Central. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. El Guape, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follows, guys. We really do appreciate it. We are trying to grow this into something that we can probably do. Hey, if it takes off, it takes off. I mean, that'd be great for us. As always, my friends, stay safe out in the verse. Watch out for them hackers and them cheaters. If you see it, report it. Don't record it. Don't post it on YouTube. Send it straight to CIG because they're being kind of serious about this stuff. If they see you doing it, they're going to ban you. Stay safe in the verse. Until we see you again, stay tactical, my friends.